Hey, what's up, brother? So you just sent me this video, and I just watched the first couple seconds, and I can already tell that it's not optimized for social media, specifically Facebook, and I'll explain what that means. Basically, if you saw my message that I just sent you, I explained how content creators, advertisers, all the above, they need to be getting back to the fundamentals of Facebook and the algorithm and users and how they consume content and that sort of data. You should really allow those kind of factors to determine how you should create your content and different things like that. One of the most notable data points that you should have in mind when creating content is that the average watch time on Facebook is 6 seconds. One of the processes that we give to our clients to make good content is here, I'll show you. It's called the 4 components of a 1-minute video. And when you look at this, obviously you won't apply it immediately because you're not selling anything. So this is the 4 components of the 1-minute video. Obviously, you're not necessarily going to have a call to action or necessarily just have solutions. You're not necessarily offering products or services. A lot of your content is going to be entertainment. It's going to be traveling. It's going to be parties, that kind of stuff. So you're not necessarily selling anything, but sort of the methodologies that we apply with our 1-minute video should be applied for all your content as well. We want to hook the attention. See, we are in the attention economy. That's one thing that I do agree with Gary Vaynerchuk. Attention is so freaking valuable. And when you can engage or capture consumers' attention, you are doing something really. There's a great phenomenon happening right there because of the massive amount of content on Facebook and on social media to truly capture the attention of a user is really quite a very impressive thing when you think about the masses of content, the massive amount of videos that is on Facebook. So we really want to have sort of a mindset of really valuing the attention of users when making content. So the first 3 seconds, I would even say the first second is so valuable in a video. I mean, like when you're making content, think about someone who think about someone who's not you. Think about someone who might see this video on their feed. When you're going through your Facebook feed, you might hover over a video on your feed and you might click off it without even a second of watching the video. If you stay for 3 seconds, that counts as a view. I don't know if I explained that, but a view on Facebook counts as 3 seconds, and a unique view counts as 10 seconds. You obviously want to shoot for unique views because the more unique views you have, the more the algorithm is going to sort of boost your content organically. But the majority of you're going to lose the majority of people literally in the first 1 second of the video. If you look at the reach to view metric, I'm going to get to the video here in a second. I'm just going to explain a couple things that you can be doing immediately. But a really sort of valuable, important metric that I think you should be watching. Maybe you already know this metric, but just in case you don't, let me find a video. Scroll down a bit. There you are. All right. Okay, so we have 3,000 people reached here. We have 1.9K views. So look at what's happening right here, right? So we have, if I divide 1,900 divided by 2,884, that's 60. That's 0.65. That means only 65% of the people who were reached by this video, they actually stayed for 3 seconds. So the standard of excellence that you want to hit is 50%. 50% of the people who are reached turned into a view. And when you sort of step back and realize that a standard of excellence is 50%, then you start to understand, how hard in some ways it is to really get those those 3 second views. And let's be honest, if someone watches your video for 3 seconds, they didn't really watch that video. That's not a strong indicator that they're interested in your content. You want them to watch, your video all the way through, or you want them to watch 50% of your video. So even 3 seconds, let alone, is not that impressive to get, but still, to get the people who are reached to stay in your video, to watch your video for a minimum of 3 seconds is still pretty hard. So that is an important metric to look at, to iterate your content based on that metric, basically to increase your reach to view ratio. It's the copy, the thumbnail, the social proof that's already existing on the video. Those are different factors that might change the reach to view ratio. So that is just something I would encourage you to watch on your videos to sort of get an idea on how many people that get reached by your video tend to stay for a minimum of 3 seconds. But to go back to your video, so if we remember that we want to hook the attention of users in the first 3 seconds, or even in the first 2 seconds, or even the first second of the video. If we look at this video, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so 6 seconds in, maybe, yeah, so about 6 seconds in, then you finally show your face, right? Well, you're going to lose a strong majority of people who might be watching this video because, I mean, let's be real, you have to earn, like, on social media, you have to literally create demand for attention. See, it's one thing to sell a product, but it's another thing to actually create demand for the actual attention for the consumer, because people are scrolling through their feeds fast. They're on their phones. They're out and about. If they're gonna, they have to almost like trust you as the content creator to watch your video for 30 seconds or a minute, because their time is really valuable. They want to be entertained immediately. So even right there in the first 2, maybe even 3 seconds, your screen is just black. You're not going to, you're not going to hook their attention. Most of the people are going to click away. I mean, even me, if I was scrolling through my feed, even though I enjoy your content, if in the first 3 seconds or 2 seconds, there's only a black screen, then I'm going to click away. So you're already going to be losing a lot of the people. Another thing to take into consideration is the amount of people that watch video without sound turned on. So something that we do, I know I'm sort of bouncing around and I apologize, but I'm just sort of just throwing out random different things. But one of the things that we might do for a client is, 1 second, is this right here. It just sort of might be a motivating factor for individuals or consumers or users to turn on the sound. But I think I don't remember the data point specifically, but it's like 70% plus of people watch video without sound. And you can actually you can actually go into the analytics of your content in your videos and actually see the breakdown of how many people are watching on mobile versus desktop, or with sound or without sound. So that's definitely something interesting. So all right, back to your video. So first 2 or 3 seconds, we see a black screen. All right, so now we have a picture, but I still have no idea what's actually going on. So you still haven't hooked my attention. All right, so now we've got some wording, and we're about 6 seconds in. I mean, don't get me wrong, the music, it's cool and everything, but it's not enough to, in my opinion, from what I've seen, you still haven't created a demand. You haven't hooked the attention of the users. Because again, people don't really care about the urban takeover destination Dubai VIP. They don't really care. They got to be able to see it, feel it, taste it for themselves.
Destination Dubai flew me out to experience their luxury event in style. I had one of the most lit weeks.
So honestly, if I were you, I would start out
luxury event in style.
I would start out right here.
I had one of the most lit weeks of my life.
And I would put this. Or I would put, destination Dubai flew me out, whatever you said in the beginning. I would put it in text and start out with,
to experience their luxury event in style. I had one of the most lit weeks of my life.
So start out with something like that. So then you can go into this, because this right here, this sequence of images, that is going to hook people's attention. I mean, I want to keep watching this video. I want to stop talking about it. I want to watch it because there's beautiful ladies, there's cars, there's beautiful imaging. This is the kind of stuff that's going to capture the attention of people. But you don't start showing this stuff till 15 seconds. That is a really, really long time for people to get to your video, because again, the average watch time on Facebook is 6 seconds. So I would try to get these types of images in the beginning as quickly as possible. I mean, if you could get the sequence, the fast, the upbeat music in the sequence with the cuts and transitions of these beautiful images. I mean, this is a really beautifully done video, but you're going to lose everyone because it takes a very long time for this type of sequences to actually happen. You got to realize that 15 seconds on social media is a very long time. Those are just a couple of my thoughts, some of the things that you might be able to start applying for your videos. Much love, brother. Take care.